Attachment styles in modern dating, anxious versus avoidant vibes. In the modern landscape of dating, the heart follows a blueprint we often don't realize we've drawn. It is a world of silhouettes and shadows where two people can stand in the same room but live in different emotional climates. This is the story of Annika and Anik and the invisible lines that connect and divide them. Point 1. The need for proximity. Annika carries an anxious attachment style. To her, intimacy is air. When she feels a connection, she wants to dwell within it. For Annika, being close means being safe, and any distance feels like a flickering light in a dark hallway. Point 2. The need for autonomy. Anik carries an avoidant attachment style. To him, intimacy can feel like an intrusion. He values his inner citadel above all else. For Anik, space is the only way to breathe, and too much closeness feels like the walls are slowly moving inward. Point 3. The trigger. The cycle begins with a small shift. Maybe Anik doesn't text back for a few hours, or he cancels a plan to stay home alone. For Anik, this is self-regulation. For Annika, this is a silent alarm. Her anxious vibe detects a withdrawal, and her system prepares for a fight for survival. Point 4. Protest behavior, the chase. Because Annika fears abandonment, she moves toward the source of her stress. She sends a second text, then a third. She asks, "Is everything okay?" This is the chase. She isn't trying to be difficult. She is trying to bridge the gap to stop the internal panic. Point 5. Deactivating strategies, the withdrawal. When Anik feels Annika's chase, his avoidance system perceives it as a demand or suffocation. He utilizes deactivating strategies. He shuts down, becomes cold, or focuses on her flaws to justify his need to pull away further. He avoids the emotion to protect his peace. Point 6. Why she chases. Annika's behavior is rooted in a deep-seated belief that she must earn love or constantly monitor it to keep it. To her, the anxious vibe is a protective shield. If she stays hypervigilant, she won't be surprised by the pain of being left behind. Point 7. Why he avoids. Anik's behavior is rooted in a fear of enmeshment. At some point, he learned that relying on others is dangerous, or that his needs would be ignored. To him, avoiding emotions isn't a lack of feeling. It's a survival mechanism to ensure he remains the master of his own life. Point 8. The Anxious-Avoidant Trap. The more Annika reaches out, the more Anik retreats. The more Anik retreats, the more Annika reaches out. They become locked in a dance where nobody wins. They are two silhouettes circling the same pillar, never quite finding a way to meet in the middle without fear. Point 9. Building a secure architecture. Growth happens when Annika learns to soothe her own heart, and when Anik learns to stay, even when it feels crowded. By understanding their vibes, they can stop reacting and start communicating. They realize that intimacy doesn't have to be a chase or an escape. It can be a shared space.